Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing...
Breaks into the open. Delivers the stiff arm. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generated an explosive play.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. They're going to run it into the end zone for the touchdown.
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Houston Cougars offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The pitch to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the heat. Throwing on the ride. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball.
There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Snap it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Thrust that arm out. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Running to Green. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read.
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
There ain't no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football. But you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop.
Turning it on. Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. They'll toss it to the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
42, Spider.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Dropping back, it's Robertson. They'll run the screen. Crosses the 40. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Bunch formation for these receivers. They go to the ground. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Cameron. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. quick touch pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. Got some room headed to the goal line.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Quickly out to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for his man. Finds space on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Snagged in the middle, it's Cameron. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Porter. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Makes the catch, it's Broussard. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's York. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Houston wants to play fast. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rush is on him, trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more man.
Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Field goal is good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Charlotte. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Jerry Richardson Stadium.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Oh, they're after him! And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it! The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Houston will be forced to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll give it to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Tackle is made at the 24-yard line. Brings up third down.
On the double.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. He's looking to pass. They've got the screen set up. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up.
There he goes! Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Connors. Turning it on! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. On the ground, it's Connors. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. They found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll get this drive going from the 17. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Unleashes one. He makes a catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Sweet cut there. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
From the gun, running back on the move. He was fighting and driving and pushing, but he is stopped short of the end zone on 4th and goal. He'll put it down at the 2. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead, now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive.
On the set. Spider.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
29.
They'll try to run for it. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard.